All right, let's dive into something that's a total game changer: automation. I mean, if you've ever felt like your day is just one big copy-paste nightmare, then you're in the right place.
Seriously, does this sound familiar? You're bouncing between apps, moving a name from a spreadsheet over to an email, or, copying a new customer's info into Slack. It's that digital busy work, right? It just eats up your day.
But what if? What if you could just get all those hours back? Imagine you could just teach your apps to talk to each other and handle all that stuff for you. Well, that's not some sci-fi dream. It's a real superpower called automation. And believe me, it's way more accessible than you might think. Okay, so how do you get this superpower? Well, there are a bunch of tools out there, but today we're going to look at one in particular that's designed to give it to you: N8N. Let's break down exactly what this thing is. So NAN, it's short for Notamation. And what it is at its heart is a free, open source tool that lets you connect all your different apps and automate tasks visually. And that's the key word here: visually. You're basically drawing a flowchart of what you want to happen. No need to be a coding genius. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like this: NN is a universal connector. It's the bridge that lets all your tools finally talk to each other. So your email can chat with your project manager, which then pings your AI model, which then shoots a message to your team on Slack. It's the glue that holds everything together in one beautiful, seamless flow. Now, to start building with NN, you really only need to understand a few simple rules. I like to call them the building blocks of automation. And once you get these down, you can seriously build almost anything you can imagine. Okay, so every single workflow you build runs on this simple three-step logic. First, you've got a trigger. This is what kicks everything off. It could be a new email landing in your inbox, someone filling out a form, or even just a specific time of day. Then you have the nodes. These are the workers. They do the actual jobs. Each node is one specific action, like analyze this text or send a Slack message. And finally, this is the magic part: the data flow. The information from one node just flows right into the next one, becoming its input. It creates this perfect, automated chain reaction. Super logical, right? All right, that's enough theory. Let's get our hands dirty and actually put this into practice. For your first quest, yeah, we're calling it a quest, we are going to build something seriously cool: your very own AI agent. And you're about to see just how easy it is. You know, an AI agent sounds really complex, but it's actually made of just three simple parts. First up, the LLM, or large language model. Think of this as the brain, like OpenAI's GPT, the part that does all the thinking. Second, you give it memory, so it can actually remember what you've been talking about. And third, and this is crucial, you give it tools. These are the apps it can use, like letting it access Gmail or search the web, so the AI can actually do things. So building our first email assistant is the perfect example. Here we go, 4 steps. First, you start with a trigger, something like the on-chat message node, so you can talk to it. Simple enough. Second, you connect the AI agent node, that's the brain, and you pick which LLM you want, maybe an OpenAI model. Third, you give it power. You add the Gmail node as one of its tools. Now it can send emails. And finally, you give it some instructions with a system prompt, something like, you are a helpful email assistant. You hit activate, and that's it. You're done. And just like that, seriously, that's all it takes. You've gone from a blank screen to a working AI that can draft and send emails just by you asking it to. You just built something that understands you and can use your most important apps. No crazy code, just a clear visual flow. Look, building that email agent, that's just scratching the surface. It's like level 1. Once you really get these core building blocks down, a whole new horizon of possibilities just opens right up. So the real question isn't, can I do it? It's, what am I going to automate next? I mean, think about it. You could build an AI research agent that scours the web for you and summarizes the news every morning. Or maybe a Slack bot that handles all the common questions for your team so they can focus on bigger stuff. You could even create customer support agents with long-term memory, or get creative with workflows that generate images and even video. This goes way beyond just saving a little time. We're talking about creating totally new capabilities for yourself or your whole business. So the power is right there, and the tools are totally accessible. You're not stuck with what your apps can do out of the box anymore. You have that universal connector we talked about. Your first incredible automation is literally just a few clicks away. So the only question left is, what are you going to build first?